Hi guys, I'm back with a brand new Hallmark movie review, and it's June Weddings. I told you guys that June Weddings has been gone for a couple of years, and this year Hallmark decided to relaunch it and give us diversity and inclusion. So last week they kicked off June Weddings with wedding season. I told y'all that was okay. Y'all can go ahead and skip that one. I gave it a 7 out of 10 to be kind, but it was just Megan didn't even finish it. Now this week, last night at 8 p.m. Eastern, Love's Greek to Me starring Tori and Yanis premiered. Now I'm giving Love's Greek to Me a 9 out of 10. I'm giving it for writing, for acting, and also for the scenery. They are in Santorini, Greece, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was nice to see a different part of Greece. Hallmark is really doing the damn thing. I really love the cast, and I thought the storyline was great. Okay, let's get into the storyline for those that still believe in love and marriage. So basically, Ilana is an anthropologist teaching in Boston. She hasn't been doing a lot of field work, but she still has a desire for it. During the time, Mike is from Greece and he comes to the States, meets Ilana, falls in love, and decides he's going to stay in the States just for her. Now it's time for his sister to get married, and they need to go over to Greece. Now, Mike asks Ilana how does she feel about the fact that his mother, Athena, is a little bit on the crazy side. Ilana says, she doesn't make me nervous. Even though we haven't spent a lot of time together, I got this. Does she have it? No, she don't. These two land in Greece, and already we get the beautiful scenery of Santorini. Okay, I want to go. Hallmark, beam me up. I want to be in Greece. The scenery was so freaking great. Ilana gets introduced to some more of Mike's family. She also reunites with Mike's sister, Alex, who's getting married to Chris, and enters Athena. Athena's so happy to see Ilana, but she's still wondering why Ilana and Mike are not engaged. At this point, they had only been dating for about a year and a half. It hasn't been 2 years yet. So Ilana's like, why rush us? But marriage is on Mike's mind. As soon as he lands, he tells his family that he does plan to propose to Ilana, and he wanted to propose to her in his homeland, okay, of Greece. How freaking romantic is that? Scenery and all. He finally proposes, except his mother, Athena, kind of botches it a little bit because she's so overbearing. She's all up in their faces. Mike goes to tie his shoes. She thinks Mike's going to propose because she was spying on him, but he had not proposed yet. So once she ruined the surprise for Ilana, Mike does propose, and off these two go. So Ilana is now going to be the American maid of honor for Alex, Mike's sister. Ilana's just gotten engaged. She's overwhelmed. She's happy to step in and be part of Alex's bridal party, but she's super overwhelmed by Athena. She's already starting to plan Ilana and Mike's wedding. Mind you, she's still planning Alex's wedding, and it's like this lady is all over the place. I think Athena is just one of those overbearing moms who, number one, is kind of afraid of being alone because her husband had passed 2 years prior to. Also, we find out that Mike was only supposed to be in the States for 1 year, and he was supposed to come back to Santorini and help run their Grecian hotel. So this matriarch is left by herself, and it's just her daughter now. Now Alex is getting married, and Alex and Christos, they're thinking about going to the States for a little bit. So Athena is so afraid of being abandoned. Yes, she was a little over the top, but I really love the actress that played Athena. I thought it was funny. Yes, she was overbearing, but a lot of parents have gone through empty nest syndrome. Her husband's now gone. That was the love of her life. All she's got is for children. Now she's getting 2 more children. She's getting a daughter-in-law and a son-in-law all in one, and Athena just wants it to be perfect. So what does she do? She drives Ilana crazy and tests her boundaries. Now, most of us normal folks are very nervous about deep commitment and getting married. I know I am. I'm never saying that I won't give in to the patriarchy, but it's going to be a lot of kicking and screaming that's going to get me there. Or I'm wildly in love and I'm down for it. You just never know. right? So Ilana is, of course, a little bit nervous about getting married. And now she's learning about all these Greek traditions. And she's learning that Mike kind of wants to move back to his homeland. And he kind of wants them to have the type of wedding his sister is about to have. Very Greek, very over the top, very cultural. Ilana just wants a small wedding, and she doesn't have a lot of family traditions because it's just her and her mom. Her dad left when she was little. And we find out that's why Ilana has walls up when it comes to Mike and his family. She's afraid that you will commit to someone forever and they could still walk away. Well, Ilana's mom flies in to attend Alex's wedding and to also support her daughter. And the one thing she did was free her daughter of the burden of the past of what happened with her and her now ex-husband. Yes, Ilana's father left when Ilana was very young, but love is, there's no guarantee. Love is about a risk. And we see another mother that actually wants her daughter to find love and to be happy. And that's exactly what happens in this movie. We see Ilana and Mike try to figure out what's going to be good for them, if they're going to stay if they're going to stay engaged. We see Athena pushing all her ways on Ilana and Alex. And the overbearingness seemed too much for a lot of people. A lot of Hallmarkies didn't like how overbearing the mother was. They were just like, it's just not realistic. They were telling Mike to grow some balls. You guys have to remember, when you step into different cultures, it's not American culture. Things are done differently in different places. In my homeland of Jamaica, things are done very differently. So, of course, in Greece, things are done very differently than in America. But remember, America is a melting pot for many different cultures. And even within those cultures, there emerges a new version that lives in America. Some of you guys only watch with the lens of being American and saying this wouldn't be accepted in America, but these types of families do exist. When you have culture and duty and things like that and responsibilities, Mike is supposed to take over the hotel chain right there with Alex, and he's in the States with Ilana. Yes, these things happen. You guys that are watching this are not open-minded, for those of you who just think it's ridiculous and he needs to stand up to his mother. This is the Greek culture. Speaking of Greek culture, I really loved learning about Greek culture in family, the wedding traditions. I thought the church was beautiful. Alex's wedding was absolutely stunning in the church. It was just an all-around great movie. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10, and I really wish that Hallmark had started off June weddings with this type of movie, because I think that more people would tune in. Like I said, wedding season was a little flat, but Love's Greek to me is just, I thought it was great. And if you're not big on love stories, at least tune in for the scenery, because the scenery was absolutely worth it. Anyway, Alex finds her way for her and Christos. We find out that they are going to go to the States and visit for a little bit. Mike and Ileana, they almost break up, but both their moms bring them together. They're going to stay together. They end up having a very small yet beautiful wedding in Santorini, Greece. And the scenery was once again beautiful. Ilana looked absolutely beautiful, and she almost made me want to be a bride. It was just fabulous. So if you're not thinking about tuning into June weddings, I think in 2023 you should, because we're getting different cultures and different weddings. So wedding season was just like American weddings, little sprinkle of diversity and inclusion. This week we were in Greece. Next week it's going to be a Jewish wedding. And I think the final wedding is going to be an Indian wedding, honey. And I can't wait for that one, because Indian weddings, if you've ever attended one or seen some, Indian weddings and African weddings seem to be really elaborate. So I love that we're getting some of that culture. Hallmark, maybe next year you can pick a country in Africa and do a wedding based on that country. You got South Africa, you got Ghana, you got Nigeria. You have so many, countries in that continent. I would love to see that. But right now I'm super happy to get Greece, Jewish wedding, and then an Indian wedding. I think y'all need to tune into June weddings. Once again, Love's Greek to me, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Shout out to Tori and Yanis. And you guys let me know. Did you tune in? Did you watch? Don't forget to also watch my review over on the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries channel of the new Aurora Tea Garden movie. Something new, okay? Because that tea is always piping hot. You guys let me know how you feel about these reviews. And stay tuned for the next one, maybe sometime next week. No matter what I'm watching, even if I'm delayed, I'm always watching.